Harvey, look, you're one of 12 teams still alive in the college football playoffs and for a national championship. To have this opportunity this week, just what does it personally mean to you?
It's a blessing to me personally, and everybody on the team see it the same way. We just trying to go out there and get better every day, so we can go out there and play our best on Saturday.
When y'all look at the film from that first Ole Miss game, what's the first thing that you notice that has to be corrected?
I can only speak for myself. I didn't like the way I played the first game. I feel like it's a lot of stuff I could have did better. Just small things, and I feel like I've been taking every precaution this week to improve on those and not make those same mistakes that I made in the first game to have the outcome we want this next time.
And when you're in the playoffs, you don't really need motivation, right? But with the way that that game went, losing by 35 to them, does that add any extra fuel to the fire, being
Yeah,
able to face them again?
yeah, we just remember the feeling we had coming out that stadium, and Coach Summerall tells us all the time, just remember that feeling that we all had walking off that field and getting on the plane, and it wasn't a good feeling that nobody want to experience again. So that's the fire that we got to bring every day at practice, which we have been bringing.
To that point, is this a matchup that you all wanted? Like, was this like a lick back that you preferred?
It didn't really matter to us personally who we play. Everybody gonna get our best shot regardless. So we got to go out there and do what we've been doing all year and just play hard, be physical, communicate, and make plays. Honestly, we got to make a lot of plays.
And with that game having been so long ago, earlier in week 4, do you feel as though defensively, like this team has now found more of their identity or maybe found more of their groove since then?
Definitely, we've gotten better on every level, on the back end to the intermediate level to everybody up front. I feel like Coach Gas just said previously that we all gel together. We got a lot of new people on the team, so ain't an excuse or anything for how we played, the first time, but it's a little bit more camaraderie. We understand where guys are fitting in certain plays, and we gelled a little bit better now.
I think their quarterback Shamlis was making one of his first starts of the year. Maybe it was his second start or something like that. Um, Obviously had a great game against you guys, but he's continued to have kind of a interesting season. What did you think about him then, and have you been able to follow him at all since, or watching his season of film? What are your impressions of him now?
I mean, he's a good player. Like, he make a lot of plays. He can extend the ball down the field with his arm or with his legs. So, it's a tough ass to play against a quarterback like him that's really mobile. So, like I said, we got to make plays. We got to wrap up. He killed us with his legs in the first matchup. So, we got to be able to contain him and have a good rush integrity on our pass rush lanes.
Anyone else?
We've talked a lot about Chambliss, but like Lacey is a guy who's second in the SEC as far as rushing is concerned. What's the biggest thing that you have to watch for when it comes to him coming out of the backfield?
He's a really good back. Like I said, we talking about Ole Miss. Like, they got a lot of good players everywhere. So, he's a really good player. He runs hard. Low center of gravity. He gonna finish off all his plays. So, we got to tackle. We got to wrap up. It got to be 11 people to the football, and we got to put as many bodies on them every time you get the ball.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.